This year's National Menopause Show in Toronto was a reminder that menopause is not an ending. It's a transition, and we can actually prepare for it and thrive through it. And the conversations, they went beyond our hot flashes. The big theme for me was personalization and empowerment. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. It's really about choices, tools, and science to help you feel like yourself again. So I want to share some of the highlights of the show with you. I'm Dr. Beatrice, PhD, and you've landed on my podcast this time of the month, your trusty sidekick to the midlife roller coaster. I chat with experts digging into legit solutions for midlife hurdles, be it health or lifestyle. Ready for the ride? Dive into this time of the month. Subscribe and catch the latest episodes on our channel. Let's own this midlife magic together. We're at the National Menopause Show. It is so exciting. It is the second year. It is bigger and better.
Yes.
Because we have Dwania McLarty-Peele here as the host of the Revive and Thrive stage at the show. But tell us why this show is important.
I'm the founder of Canadian Small-Business-Women. I am an author, a speaker, and I am someone who was put into clinical menopause because of my breast cancer diagnosis. So it's important to be able to be here to share my story, to share my symptoms, and to kind of build that community as well, because there are a lot of women who are going through this and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to talk about.
So what have you done in your journey? What have you learned that's made a big impact?
You know, the biggest thing I found is that I have to continue to speak and ask questions. I think we can help each other the more we talk about it. It's not a secret. It's not a hush.
I hear them calling the stage. I feel like you need to be going there. I thank you so much, and I look forward to more conversations with you.
Thank you so much, Beatrice.
I'm so grateful for all of your educational content. I'm sure a lot of our viewers probably already follow you.
I like to be the reminder. So I remind women all the time, you know how to hire a tradesperson for your house. You know how to sit down in your hairstylist chair and say, I want this time, and I want this, and you've done your research. If we can apply that same level of information, quality information, and confidence, then we can navigate our healthcare appointments.
And it's also okay to bring someone with you.
Absolutely.
If you have trouble advocating, it's okay to bring someone you trust to your medical appointment.
Absolutely, yeah. And even better, if they have also done the work to find out what is available on the menu, what is, the choices that you have, because you're not going there to get somebody else to tell you what to do. You're going to engage with your healthcare provider to say, please help me decide what is best for me.
I love that. I always think of it as a partnership.
Yes, a partnership.
It is not a parental relationship. It is a partnership.
It's a team.
I love that. Thank you so much, Shirley.
Thank you.
We met last year when you were hosting the Revive and Thrive stage. Yeah. You are a marvelous midlife advocate.
I am indeed, yes.
What does that even mean? Tell us.
Well, it's kind of the in-between stage of the stuff that's off the pharmacy floor, that's not something that you can prescribe. And it's something that women can put in their back pocket and access anytime, 24/7. At an event like this, through podcasts like yourself, you and I, we do all of those things so we can advance the information to the women who need it most. I always say we're 50% of the world and we do 110% of the work.
So if you want to leave everyone with one thought du jour, what would it be?
This is your best chapter yet. It's not all downhill. In fact, it's actually uphill. You got to push for it, and you're going to advocate for yourself. If you think that your voice is too small, it is. Be loud and proud.
Oh my gosh, I'm meeting all my Instagram friends and fellow podcasters. So Mikelle Michelle, the co-hosts of This is Perimenopause podcast.
Perimenopause hit us like a couple of Mack trucks. And I don't know that we would have gotten through it without each other. And when we were talking about doing this, we realized not everybody has and each other.
Social isolation leads to a 30% increase in mortality. This is no joke. Community is where it's at. Yeah. So what we need is information and community. That's a great takeaway, ladies. And I'm so happy and I'm honored that I've been on your podcast. I can't wait to see it, and then you guys will have to be on ours.
Oh, we would be delighted to be on yours.
What do you want to tell anyone who feels they're not accessing the care they need?
Talking about advocacy and equity, so people can self-advocate for themselves to get the care that they need and deserve in menopause. menopause care is not a luxury.
Yes.
Menopause care is a right. But in Canada, unfortunately, despite having a public healthcare system, access to care is not equal. My goal in having this conversation is to acknowledge that, share tips around how do you get that care, but also expanding out and looking at the larger picture of the systemic inequities that exist within our system, like racism, sexism, transphobia.
At least there's a little bit of progress.
Yeah.
I know that Health Ontario came up with quality standards in
you worked on
menopause
that.
care. I was a lived experience advisor on that committee, and you've been working on something
Yes.
as well. Tell us about that.
So I work with the Centre for Effective Practice. It's an incredible organization in Toronto, and we had patient advisors as well. And it also was in line with the health quality standards. So we took a lot of what you did at that table, making sure it was inclusive language, making sure that it was supportive to all people. And what we really did with that is we created a tool for primary care. The only way that we are going to democratize access to care is with primary care, so family doctors and nurse practitioners doing this work.
We've been having so much fun walking the floor.
You're doing an amazing job giving so much attention to this. You're great at this.
Thank you so much, Rina. One of the things that I really care about is finding products that truly benefit women.
Yeah,
We're
sure.
scientists, we're fellow PhD from Montreal,
there
so
you
that's how we
go.
connected. And
Yeah.
on parle français.
Oui, je parle français.
One of the things is that sometimes we lack the vocabulary.
That's right.
So if you just go to a doctor's office and we're like, I don't feel right, I don't feel myself, we don't necessarily have the words to describe our symptoms. Tell me, how would Haley help in that?
Well, Haley is really very intelligent and answers questions with evidence, but also with empathy. So you can ask Haley a question like, how do I explain my night sweats and my hot flashes during the day? Can you give me some language to talk with my doctor so she can take me seriously, or he take me seriously?
What does the payment model look like for an average patient? How do you address this?
Right now, it's free to actually log on and become a community member of our platform. Be part of our email and conversation. Engage with our knowledge center, our Women Talking Wednesday events.
So we'd love to see a little demo. Let's do that.
Beatrice, do you have a question, or would you
Let's
like
ask
me?
Haley. I know some of my friends who tried hormone therapy and they said they got headaches from it.
Okay, I'm taking HRT and experiencing headaches.
Yeah.
What should I do about it? So we've really developed her with all the latest clinical practice guidelines in women's health, exactly what the physicians are drawing upon to advise you. Also make sure that there's evidence-based answers to the questions from the clinical science peer-reviewed literature.
If you're experiencing headaches, it's important not to ignore them. First, consider keeping symptom diary to track the headaches, track your sleep patterns, check your hydration.
See if they coincide with you taking your HRT,
Yeah.
which is important because that's whether there's a medicinal link.
Yes.
Very important.
And the type of hormone, so is it transdermal versus gel?
Versus
so it's
or
telling
oral.
or oral.
Yeah.
It finishes off by encouraging you to speak with your healthcare provider about these symptoms. They may suggest adjusting the dose or the type of hormone therapy, and then it has references, which is really cool.
Exactly.
Because I think women get discouraged. Again, I've heard, so, oh yeah, I tried hormone therapy and I got this or that side effect.
Yes.
And I stopped it. It's not for me. It's not one size fits all. Sometimes there's a trial and error. So this is helpful to make it at least feel less scary.
I oftentimes went to Haley saying, why might I be feeling this? What could be the reasons? And what should I ask my gynecologist or family doctor the next time I see them? And I felt armed and empowered with information and knowledge that then I could have a really thoughtful, intentional conversation with my doctor. We want women to feel that they're empowered, that they have the knowledge and the tools available to them to advocate for their own healthcare, because if that doesn't matter, then what does?
Thank you so much for sharing this with us. At this age, it is so hard. I know I catch myself staring at what I don't like about myself. What do you want to tell women?
Really want people to know that there are physiological changes for that, and that people aren't alone in experiencing that. There are really good strategies that we can start early on to prevent some of these changes so that we can have our outer confidence match the inner confidence. It takes a team of providers. It's not just the dermatologist or just the family doctor. It's all of us kind of working collaboratively to help you get to a place where you feel confident, feel that glow, and are just excited to engage.
It's hard because there's like, you're vain if you're doing anything. You're letting yourself go. If you're not doing it, it's like, oh my gosh, can we just focus on what makes us feel good? Is it vain to want to take care of your skin?
Absolutely not. And I think there's two pieces to this. The first part is there's the skin health aspect of it too. I counsel a lot, obviously, about sun protection. And there's, of course, the piece that leads to less wrinkles and less pigmentation, but there's also the component where UV protection actually prevents skin cancer.
Yes.
So these things give us confidence. If we can have the outside match the inside and see that glow and experience that, that makes us feel good. And it's like any stage of life. We don't turn away and say, oh no, you shouldn't treat your
Just
acne.
put up
it's
with
vain.
it. It's
Exactly.
vain, yeah.
So why can't we apply the same logic and approach to women who are transitioning through perimenopause and menopause?
Speaking of evidence-based, what are your 3 favorite topical products?
Absolutely. So the top 3 favorite I have that are backed by evidence, tried and true. So number 1, a topical antioxidant like a vitamin C. Number 2, a retinoid use. And number 3, SPF.
Well, thank you. I'm sure that we're going to want to know more about this. I
Yes.
hope you come on our show for a deeper conversation.
I would love to.
Thank you so much. It's no secret that I love all things beauty and skincare. If you follow me, you know this. And she created a skincare line. So Dr. Daniela, you want to tell us about it?
Yes, I'd
All
love
right.
to. Beatrice, thanks so much. I'm Dr. Daniela Steyn, and we have the first and only lifestyle medicine clinic in Canada specifically focused on perimenopause and longevity. Everything is made in Canada, Health Canada approved, only medically active ingredients, botanicals, no perfumes. People love it. We do a lot of research ongoing as a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Ongoing research before and after pictures. All of them smell good. So even though we don't use perfume, we use botanicals. So they smell amazing. It feels as if you've been to a spa, literally, when you walk out
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
it does
morning,
have.
when you put your products on, right? It's like giving yourself a spa treatment at home. I love it. People love it. We offer facials in Oakville, where we're at the Oakville Hospital in our medical clinic. And then our products are available online.
I'm
We
trying
do
to see the
free-
difference.
Oh, you will feel the difference.
You can see
it.
the difference.
Oh, yes, you can see the difference.
Is there anything you would want a woman to know at this stage of life with respect to her skincare? What's the most important message she should take away from you?
Well, I think the most important thing is to be more gentle to yourself. I feel women who come in are so critical. They're like, oh, I have these sunspots, I have these fine lines. That's character. That's okay.
Yes.
That's really
yes.
it's lifeline that shows you lived a full life.
Yes.
So that's my most important message.
I love that message. It's pro-aging,
Yeah.
not anti-aging.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
Aging well, nourished. Yes.
If you do one thing, is to moisturize well.
Well, thank you. That was very helpful.
Thanks, Beatrice, and thanks for the work that you do. It's amazing how you increase awareness. You have so many raving fans. A lot of your fans are here this weekend. Thanks for the work
Thank
you do.
you so much. It's so important to keep the conversation going
Yes.
so women don't feel alone.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff here that I love. You guys know I do segments called Shit I Like, and I found something. I'm here with Natalia Banton, the founder of DOT. Tell us about it.
I'm the founder of DOT, and is basically a luxury vibrator made for women in perimenopause and menopause. Something sophisticated for them that they can actually take and form a ritual and use at least 2 to 3 times a week. Because most women don't know you should be having an orgasm at least 2 to 3 times a week to maintain pelvic floor health and
That's a
lower
great
cortisol.
exercise.
Yes, it's a great way to do it. It's natural, which is amazing, and no side effects except for maybe happiness.
The distinction between spontaneous desire and responsive desire. And the movies and the whole world seems to just teach us that we're all just supposed to want it like that,
Yeah,
spontaneously. So talk to us a little bit about what responsive desire is and why it really matters at this stage of our life.
Yeah.
One is not better than the other. And I think that's the biggest qualifier. Everything is good enough in terms of, you know, getting you to a place where you want to think about having sex. And so we talk about, you know, a microwave versus an oven. Sexual health is really dependent on everything, and it affects everything. That's why it's so important and why it's a real investment.
And it's okay to talk about it. So ladies,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you one parting question. If there's one thing you want our viewers to know, what is it?
Self-love is self-care, and what you do for yourself on the inside and on the outside is for you, and you need to take care of yourself.
Make the investment. Relationships take work, they take maintenance. It's not instantaneous, but it's so worth it at the end.
Do you want to name some of the tools, both the ones that are prescription-based and ones that you can get over the counter, for example, at Iris?
Yeah, so for vaginal dryness that happens in menopause, the over-the-counter are really like hyaluronic acid-based moisturizers, and then you can use lubricant as needed whenever there's increased friction. It's such an individual experience.
So don't be afraid to speak to your primary caregiver about all of these options, and they're not one or the other. That's the other thing.
Sometimes we mix and match, right? We
Yeah.
can be doing some vaginal estrogen with a moisturizer, and maybe vaginal estrogen doesn't work well, so we need to talk about DHEA or different types of application.
What
There's
is
so many
DHEA?
options. DHEA is basically one of the precursors or like steps before estrogen and testosterone, and so by giving DHEA, your body will turn it into estrogen and testosterone locally. And the safety profile on these hormones is amazing.
That is the key. Please, we have so many breast cancer or cancer survivors here at the show as well. That's one of my big takeaways. So many women feeling like they don't have support post the survivorship.
It's important for us to be sharing that message so that people can advocate for themselves.
Yeah.
80% of heart disease can be prevented, and we now know that 45% of dementia can be modified. It's moving your body, it's sleeping well, handling your risk for disease, it's managing your blood pressure and your cholesterol. Some surprises, there's almost a 10% risk of developing dementia if you have hearing loss. The other piece that you may not notice is alcohol plays a big role. So having more than 2 alcoholic beverages a day really sets you up for increased risk later on in life.
Let's talk about sleep.
Yeah, the other important piece,
yes.
It really is the scaffolding of your whole health. You could be eating well, exercising, getting your hearing checked, but if you're not sleeping well, your whole health is at risk. So if you're not getting the 7 to 9 hours of sleep, you're actually putting your heart at risk. It also has a huge impact on our mood and our emotional well-being. So it's really something that we need to take heart to actually focus on and not just think of it as an afterthought.
So take a sleep test. Talk to your private providers and see if you need a sleep test. That's a good place to start.
It's a great place to start.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for coming. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So I hope you don't mind me asking you this question. I'm going to push back a little bit.
Yes.
I'm a fervent believer in healthcare being a right? Everybody should have access to care. How do we contend with private care and public care?
Women are waiting more than 2 years to get access to care, and then it's a roll of the dice if that doctor is trained in menopause.
So can a woman have both her public health, like her family doctor in the public health system, and work with Pause Health?
We communicate and work with your family doctor as well.
So there's no doubling or double dipping of services, so to speak. It's
Absolutely
complementary.
not. We are looking to provide comprehensive care for women that looks at working with the ecosystem of care providers.
Give me some specific examples of what it is that you would do with a patient that we may not get.
Healthcare is very reactive. We are treating women to keep them alive versus keeping them healthy. We assess your history, your background, but also who you are as a person, what your lifestyle is like. And then we make recommendations, whether they be hormone therapy or other medications, and lifestyle. So we know eating certain things during this time, exercising like strength training, sleep. It's really not one or the other. It is the combination, meeting your lifestyle and who you are as a person, that's going to get you to grab life by the ovaries, whether you're 60 or 80. We're on a mission for every woman to be able to chase after their grandchildren, travel where they want to travel, and not be crippled by health as the reason they can't live their life to the fullest.
Fitness, we have heard it over and over again. Moving your body, building muscle is so key to living long well.
Yes.
Valeria, you are a personal trainer at Good Life.
Yes.
So you're going to show me 3 ways to do a squat. We're going to go, different levels so that we don't get scared about them and we can try this.
Okay. No
so
problem.
what am I doing first?
First, we'll do the most hardest version of the squats. It's with the bar, and then we'll go more easier ways if you struggling with squats.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, don't do it with high heels at home.
Unrack this bar.
And I'm gonna...
Good position of your legs. And squatting down and not lean to the forward with your upper body, and try to keep your knees going a little bit to the sides.
All right.
When you're going up, try to focus on the glutes and push yourself up with the glutes. Good, pretty good.
That's pretty good. Now I won't do too many because I am wearing heels.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's
this
amazing.
Is pretty good, and then you can add weights.
Yeah, you can add as many as you want, as many as you need.
As you get stronger, you know, and there's no pressure. That's the key.
Sure.
For me, a year ago, I couldn't lift anything because I really wanted to take care of my future self. I want to be able to sit to stand on a toilet when I'm 80. Really, this is my goal.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to do other things, keep up with my kids, but I was afraid. I got a trainer and I started slow.
Amazing.
And,
it's how it should be, small steps to get your results. You don't need to do everything extra just right away.
So this one's hard. Now we're going to go to medium level.
Yeah,
okay.
With the bar it can be harder because you need pretty good balance in your upper body. So next level could be, again, different type of weights, what you can use, but with a dumbbell, kettlebells, or Y-bell. And you can squat like a goblet version, or even like this, but it will be a little bit kind of harder. Better goblet version, like this. Or even if it's heavy, you can hold just one and squatting like this.
Fabulous. I'm not going to try this one on camera with heels. I think Valerie gave an excellent demonstration.
Okay, good, perfect.
So that's what we consider mid-level difficulty.
Mid-level.
So if you're a beginner or you have joint issues, what could you do?
You can squatting on the bench, or it's some chair or some box, doesn't matter. And level of the box can be, depends on your problem. Like it can be starting from higher and going down and down. So you're doing pretty same, but try to go down pretty slow, touch a little bit, not just sitting, touch a little bit the bench and go up.
Now that's manageable, and I love that you could do this on a chair at home.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much, Valeria.
Sure, you're welcome.
All right, so we're talking about bathing, and bathing in itself is a ritual, but I feel like Bathorium has elevated to luxury at home ritual.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what makes your product different?
Yeah. Well, we formulate women's health first, and that's something that I founded the brand 12 years ago when I was in Italy, and I came back. So many women that I was telling about my amazing tub that was made for me, they said, "Oh, I love having baths, but unfortunately I can't because I'm prone to UTIs, or I have BV, or I'm going through, perimenopause or postpartum, so I can't try your bath products."
Yeah, so many of those products can really be irritating.
Yes. Eczema, psoriasis, a lot can be very triggering. Even scents can give you a lot of migraines and headache confusion. And we're using products or ingredients that we ethically source and we ensure aren't causing discomfort. We pH balance all of our bath soaks at the end of the process. And we just ensure that when women are using this, they can feel good. They don't need to shower off afterwards. They can really bathe and get the wonderful benefits of bath without the potential discomforts afterwards.
If there's a message you want to give to women out there with respect to putting themselves first.
One would be, giving yourself permission to take time for yourself, whether it's a bath or a walk or a moment with your book. So many women that I've encountered over the past 12 years in this brand, in this business, and even just this past couple of days, is they don't take baths or they're scared to because they feel guilty. I think it's so crucial for mental health, but also just health in general and our wellness practice to actually take that time and giving yourself permission, saying, I am worthy. I do deserve this. I have earned it. Even though we don't earn self-care, but it's like, I deserve this.
Now I'd love to, can we take a look at one of your products? Okay.
So this is our Hinoki. This is our magnesium chloride-based bath flake. Hinoki is a bath flake we source directly actually from Tibet.
It smells so good, honestly.
The smell is yuzu fruit, hinoki cypress, and ginger seed oil. So it melts into magnesium oil in the bath that we then absorb transdermally. So this is great on its own. It'll actually dissolve. If you kept rubbing it, it would turn into magnesium oil. And as we know, magnesium oil is great to put on sore joints, sore muscles, direct on contact.
What is next for Bathorium?
What is next for Bathorium? Well, we have a very exciting holiday ahead, and we actually just found out that we won Oprah's favorite things for 2025, which we're so excited about. Thank you so much. She chose our Little Charlie gift set, and our Little Charlie is actually our dedicated kids line. It's a colloidal oat and coconut milk bath line for children, and even for adults with very sensitive skin. We'll also use our Little Charlie line. But Oprah has been using our products the past few years, and we won her Bath O Awards last year. But this year, she really wanted to see the kids line, and out of 12,000 brands, we were one of the winners. And what I think means so much for me as a Canadian-founded brand is we're one of only 10 brands to ever win Oprah's Favorite Things that are Canadian.
Yeah, that's great. Oh my God, that's so exciting. I'm here at the National Menopause Show with the actual creators of the show, Angela and Bog McGregor. This is the second year. It is in Toronto. I wish it was everywhere, but I'd love to hear your origin story. Why did you think of the National Menopause Show?
Well, thank you, Beatrice. I created the National Menopause Show out of necessity. I needed it. For many years, I suffered through menopause. I didn't have the care that I needed. I wasn't getting the answers. And when I did find a doctor that could help me through some of these symptoms, I thought, you know what, there's a lot of women out there that are suffering as well. And we need the education. We need to bring the science and the patient together.
Yes.
So that's how the National Menopause Show was born.
And I mean, your story, we all have a similar, there's unique aspects, but it all resonates.
Right.
That is why I created this time of the month. It was the same. I felt alone, dismissed, and overwhelmed.
Right.
And so this is a beautiful space where you bring evidence, products, resources, and our community.
Right. That's really important. It's really important that women come together and they have the support from each other, and they're not alone, and there's products and services that are going to help them through their journey, and that's the objective here.
I feel like I'm in my prime. Angela, you're in your prime, but we need support.
We do.
Because we have the life experience, the wisdom to impart on the younger co-workers, but we need support.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for putting on this show, and I'm excited for next year.
Love your shoes.
Thank you, except it's time for them to come off.
I can imagine.